Hi, everyone, and welcome to Unit 6 on bivariate correlation and regression. In this unit, we're going to be looking at a number of variables and the relationships between those. So if we think about correlation, for example, it's essentially the correlation between two variables without consideration of causation. So, just because somebody is a high reading achiever and they're also motivated, it doesn't mean that one predicts the other necessarily. If we think about regression, on the other hand, it does talk about causation. So for example, if we think about IQ and the fact that it serves as one predictor of college success. So it predicts or it causes the other variable as an effect of the first one. So the relationship between those with causation is what we think about when we consider regression analysis. So within this unit, we're going to be talking about the differences and the theoretical and research connotations between both of those. We're also going to test for assumptions within correlational analysis to make sure that our findings are actually valid. It has to meet certain criteria and thresholds that we can compute within SPSS. You're going to compute many of these correlation and regression instances using some of the data sets provided to you this week. And then finally, you're going to also be able to write up the results of some correlations. And in many ways, it's a new language that you're going to be learning along the way, a new written language that is, so that you're going to be able to use mathematical and scientific principles to articulate what these findings actually are. It's one thing to be able to compute it. It's another thing to talk about it, and yet it's another thing to be able to write it up and share that and disseminate it with audiences near and far. We have a number of readings and videos, including Chapter 9 of the Huck book right here. It talks about this topic quite well, and it shows you what it looks like in terms of writing up some of these results. And finally, as I mentioned before, we have an activity that's going to be worth 10 points this week, dealing with correlations using a pseudo data set that I created for this purpose. I look forward to working with you this week. As always, take care.